Hello. As I stated in the other videos, I really don't like abortion. And I said, what would I do? What are my ideas? And now, I don't like Roe v. Wade, but I also know that if all you do is outlaw it, the poverty will still remain. There'll be backdoor abortions, back that women will more likely die from. I also know that the wealthy will find a way around the law, like they did before. And I really don't think you can outlaw Roe v. Wade until you change the hearts and minds of people, and until you change the environment. Like I have more understanding for those who are poor, those who can't afford family, than those who, well, it'll interfere with my life. I'm going to go to college. I don't, those type of things. Those are more stuff. I mean, there's like 3 stages. Those who have been raped, like a very, very small percentage. Those who might die if they carry their child to term. And those who the babies have very, very bad birth defects. And then the second are those who those who are in poverty, who can't afford and don't know how to provide for another mouth. And then the third, which I have no sympathy for, are those, like I said, who just are afraid that having a baby will disrupt their life. I mean, I have no sympathy for that group, that category. So what I'm saying is, what I do is help target the second one. And as I said before, they're 4 times more likely below the poverty line to have an abortion than if you're 300% above the poverty line. So what I'm thinking about is there's a whole controversy about Bush's tax cuts, the top 2%. And so I'm wondering, why don't you let those expire and use that money to help a fund to help lower abortion? I mean, you could call it the pro-life fund. And part of it would go to advertising, informing people that there is a better way. Adoption programs, things like that. People like talking about who had abortion, how that changed their life in a very negative way, things like that. The other part would be having programs that would help those who have babies that they cannot afford. And a lot of people are saying, well, that's just rewarding negative behavior, that's a handout, welfare, whatever. But if it prevents an abortion, isn't it worth it? And like I said, I don't want anything to be a handout. I want it to be like, basically have parenting classes, have responsibility classes. And I mean, I believe that it should be done faith-based organizations, as well as the state working together. And I believe that this would help. I mean, put money in to revitalize poor and minority neighborhoods, helping, giving jobs and opportunities, and hope. Because if you have hope and if there's no despair, abortion is hopeless and despair, I think, for some of these people. And so I'm wondering, would you be willing? Would you be willing to let the tax cuts expire and use that money to help lower abortion? Help target the people more likely to have abortion and make their lives better so that they don't have abortion. Now, I think it's worth it. I mean, these people are not going to go broke. They're not going to go in debt. They're not going to lose their home. But yet, I don't know if conservatives would do this because of their anti-government and anti-taxation policy. But that's what I would do. I mean, I'm thinking about putting up a perspective and mailing it to my congressman, which is Tammy Baldwin, which would be a totally different take because she is very pro-choice, very pro-abortion, as is my senators Feingold and Cole. But also thinking about sending this to the more like Steve King of Iowa, Michelle Bachmann of Minnesota, and some of the more, and maybe Bonner, the minority leader in Congress, and just say, I mean, we like put our money where our mouth is. I mean, use this for the good. I mean, use this for. I mean, basically say like we'll do whatever it takes to lessen the amount of abortions, to lessen this Holocaust, and not just talk about laws and regulations, but also talk about changing hearts and changing minds. But that's what I would do. And so I hope these videos were informative, and God bless you.